Hey friend, welcome back. I'm super excited to add this next layer onto the Purpose, Power, and Presence Challenge, which is all about helping you amplify your online presence and not just serve your community, but also grow your business. This is in so many ways your chapel. That's how I view my Instagram. That's how I view my Facebook group. And I want you to get into this space. I'm just going to go ahead and take my earrings out because they click against the microphone and it drives me crazy. Anyways, I want you to start viewing your social media presence as your sacred temple or chapel or home that your community comes to be nourished. They come to you for a beautiful meal of entertainment, empowerment, and education, right? So we have tapped into your purpose. We have tapped into your power. We have tapped into the key actions to take to elevate your presence, jumping onto your followers' feeds, checking out their followers, liking, commenting, engaging, getting to know people. So powerful. Today we're talking about how to pitch it perfect so that you can engage and tap into the potential of your clients, really serving them up the product or the package that is going to help them change and transform their life. And there's so much to a great pitch, but at the same time, there's not much at all, because when you have all the other elements, the personal power, the knowledge of your why, of your purpose, the elevated engagement, everything just clicks into place. So before we get started, let's tap into what was your intention on Sunday night when we started this challenge. I want you to go back there and get clear on what your intention was. Bring that into your heart space. I think it's time we do a little meditation, right? Yeah, me too. Okay. Take a seat. Let's roll the shoulders back. Let's just take 5 minutes to breathe and connect. And then I'll dive into how to pitch it perfect. And it's super important that you understand that this is already coming for you. This is already here. This is already available for you. This is not something that you have to strive or bust your ass for or just climb up a mountain to be worthy of. You're worthy of selling and launching your products and programs online already there. Let's just receive that. So find your comfortable seat. Lengthen your spine. Take a big inhale through the nose and part the teeth, allowing the breath to roll out in the exhale. Just let the mind calm, the sand settle. I want you to let your purpose pour into you, drawing that memory, that why, deep into your core and letting it revitalize you. Then I want you to tap into your power. Take ownership of the work you are here to do, of the service, of the transformation you are offering your clients and your soon-to-be clients. Trust that this is your work. Trust that you know enough and are good enough to do this work. take a deep sense of pride in your work in a gentle way, a soft pride that lets you trust yourself and know that you're here for this work, while also pushing you just enough to present and pitch your work. Inhale and know you're ready. Inhale and know you're worthy. Inhale and know you are enough. Okay, soul sister, come back to center. So always, always, always approach your social media with a sense of intention, with the knowledge of what you're there to do. So I find so often when I get on my Instagram, it's really easy to get distracted, to get overwhelmed, to all of a sudden be going into comparison mode or to be going down some sort of crazy pipeline. And it's just, what I want to talk about is, yeah, all that happens. It's very human. That's okay. But the energetics of that feels like static, confusion. And I want us to get into the practice of coming onto social media, empowering and amplifying our presence with a real focused and intentional energy, and understanding this is my space to serve. That's what I'm here for. Boom. And then, of course, you can come on at other times and say, you know what, this is my time to dilly-dally. That's what I'm here for. Boom. That's okay. Like, it's okay to have those intentions. But to know that when you go into it is much more powerful than just going on with zero intention, thinking, oh, I think I'm going to put up a post, and then going just 30 minutes down scrolling. So we're talking today about pitching, and what I want you to do is, you know, pitching is not about the product or the program. Pitching is about the emotional experience that someone is going to receive from their investment. So they want to work with you. They want to work with you. They want to work with you because they feel something. Your energy is serving something. It's some sort of a medicine for your community. And that's so important to know. That's so important to really receive and to hold dearly. So when you're talking about product or when you're talking about opportunities to work with you, I want to make sure you don't just go off listing facts. Like, you know, that's why when I talk about, let's say, Soul Strategy Collective, I often talk about the experience that someone is going to go through when they work with me, that my clients are going through. They've come in, they have felt lost or confused, but they know that they're ready for more, and they know that they want to step into their soul service. But there's that sense of intimidation, they're afraid. At the end of our time together, they are focused, they are practiced, they are embodied, they have a program, and they are serving. So you see that experience, you see that transition. They went from afraid to empower. They went from no clarity to having vision. They went from no focus to feeling deeply with deep integrity into their purpose and using that to drive them. I didn't talk about the fact that it's 6 months long or that you get 3 calls a month. Like, I didn't talk about any of those things. I talked about the experience that they are going through. So it's really important to talk about the emotional experience that your offering or product will help someone solve. I want to embed that. And if you have not, I really encourage you to read the Stories That Stick book by Kendra Hall. It is all about selling and pitching and the stories that your business needs to tell in order to call in and to optimize your ideal client, because you can't be afraid to make money. You can't be afraid to receive. You can't be afraid. And I know it is scary. I'll be honest. In my own sacred journey has been like this navigation of like, whoa, I'm taking up space. Whoa, I'm in my power. Whoa, like this is shocking. Whoa, I just sold, an X amount of $1,000 program. That's like, it feels very different. So I just want you to release that fear and be ready to receive. Be ready to receive. So make sure that your pitch is not about the product, but it's about the emotional experience. That's such a powerful remembrance. I want you to write that down. And let's consider this. If you post every week you have kind of a story about yourself. You talk about, how you served. You talk about a client transformation, or you talk about your product. And then you have the active pitch. Like, let's make that a weekly thing at least, just so that people see that, yes, doors are open. Yes, cart is open. Yes, this is available. And this way it's not like sporadic, because unless you're doing programs where it's like, oh, I run this every 90 days, or I'm running this every 6 months, where there's always a timeline in focus. If you have stuff available now, which 90% of us always have something available now, it's a great habit to get into. Always have something viable now. Talk about it, pitch it. You're building familiarity. You're building what we call know, like, trust, authority. People know, oh, okay, so she works with Arbonne. She's been speaking about it for 6 weeks. She's been speaking about it for 2 months. I know she works with Arbonne. Oh, she's a business coach. She gives tips on how to launch online businesses. And I know that she has a program called Soul Strategy Collective because I've been following her for 6 months and I have seen her post this consistently. You never know who is lurking on your social media. My biggest day was a completely random day when I had 4 people DM me for breakthrough calls, and they were not even on my email list. I had never heard from them before, and I had 3 of them enroll in my high ticket VIP offer. Okay, it was like, I had no clue that these women had been watching me, but this is the point. This is the point of this all, is that it's not a one and done thing. This is a building. This is your sacred chapel, and you're laying the foundation, and you're amplifying and decorating it and expanding it and just letting it be the most beautiful space for people to arrive to. But those people are clear that it's a business because you're pitching. You're not just talking about yourself. You're talking about how you serve your client, and you are actively opening the doors to your offering, or actively speaking about the product that you create. So talking about that emotional experience. I sell crystals on one of my other pages at Exist Brightly Crystals, little plug in there. And that used to be all on Exist Brightly, and that's really where I first started building my online business. I moved the crystals aside because I didn't want it to conflict with my coaching. I just felt like it was too many messages. So if you're having an issue with too many messages on your Instagram or on your Facebook, you could be confusing your people if you're talking about, that's why I usually talk about Arbonne in my stories, but I share a lot more on my Facebook around Arbonne. And then I keep Instagram mostly for my coaching clients because that's where they are. I've done some market research. So when I pulled my crystals aside to the other Instagram, that's where I talk about like how the energy of the crystal, I don't just say, okay, cool, I have a citrine for sale, it's $40. Talk about what citrine's for, the power. Citrine is charging the third chakra. It's on fire, it's ignited. Talk about that experience and how it helps amplify women to make decisions and to trust themselves, right? And then I say, oh, and this is available for X amount of dollars, so on and so forth. I don't list the facts. It's 2 inches. It's yellow, like it's from Brazil. The facts are okay, but most people don't shop by facts. They shop via experience. So that's kind of where I want to drop this conversation in with you today. I want you to like get really clear in your messaging about what the emotional experience is that your client has after they invest with you and after they go through the program or receive the product that you've created for them. That's why it's also great to have testimonials, because you can read through that testimonial and pick out the key words, because this person was your ideal client in so many ways at a certain point in time. So pitch it perfect. Understand the emotional experience, map it out, and offer it on a regular basis, usually weekly or so, or once every 10 days at the minimum. Open and sell and just like have that conversation. Don't be afraid to get out there and sell, girl. Don't be afraid to receive. Okay, I love and appreciate you. Don't forget to pop onto the Facebook, answer today's prompt, as well as share a story about how this video empowered you or what it taught you. You can tag me in your stories at exist_brightly. Use the hashtag purpose, power, and presence so I can see you and share you and just love on you. You're doing such a great job. I appreciate you and have an amazing day.